Shalom, shalom. Call halayim la Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rechak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well, and salutations to the hopeful elect, preaching this truth throughout the four corners of the globe. I'm the brother Shamaria from the GMS Cleveland branch. All right, and this is the second page I made today, just through the spirit, GMS prophecy. All right, and basically, that's what we're going to get into, prophecy. All right, starting first with Jacob's trouble. Okay, because that's what's going to set everything off. All right, that's when all of these big prophecies is going to really start popping off during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, you got martial law, that's a prophecy. You got sedition and insurrections going on globally. All right, and that's happening now, but it's going to increase on a large scale. Okay, to the point where it's going to be mass slaughter in the streets. Okay, it's going to be rape, robbery, and killing in the streets, man. People getting thrown out their homes, people getting their goods wasted and destroyed. Not only that, it's going to be division amongst households. It's going to be division amongst loved ones, family members, friends. Okay, people going to be betrayed. Scripture talking about the love of many waxing cold. Not only that, but you got to think about the famine. You're not going to have food, water, crops not going to be growing no more. These different truckers who ship foods, from grocery store to store, they not going to be working no more. You got these different imports of food, different imports of goods, resources. That's going to stop. The economy is going to crash. All of this is prophecy that's going to happen, okay? All of this is prophecy that is going to happen, And the Lord gave us a job to preach it daily, all right? So we could warn our people about the times that they're coming into, not only to get the blood off our hands, first and foremost, okay, but to seal the elect, seal the elect and get that blood off our hands. Try to warn our people so they could turn back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Salakia, for my rambling. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, which Michael is an archangel. Okay? Michael is an archangel. And the Lord is going to send Michael to stand up for the elect. All right, to protect the elect, to make sure don't no destruction come near them, to make sure don't no death, plague come near them. Okay? Basically, to make sure they exempt from judgment. While all this hell going on, or while you got death angels out here, while you got spirits out here putting niggas to death, you're going to have spirits protecting the elect and their families. It says, the great prince which standeth up for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble. Okay? There's going to be a time of trouble. The scriptures talk about this throughout the Old Testament and the New Testament. And contrary to IUIC and Bishop Nate, Jacob's trouble is going to happen. Okay? Jacob's trouble is a time period where all hell is going to break loose, man. Where it's going to be total death. There's going to be a mass number of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the rest of you Israelite tribes out there. There's going to be a mass number of y'all getting put to death, okay, by the hand of Esau, Edom, by the hand of your own neighbors, okay, by the hand of these other heathens, by the hand of these UN troops, these National Guard troops, all right, by the hand of just strangers. But it's going to be the issues of death appointed from the Lord. Okay? And this time of trouble is going to affect the whole earth. Because this is Jacob's trouble. This is going to be broadcasted globally. This is not going to be something just happening in America. It's going to be happening everywhere. Okay? Because you got Jake scattered everywhere. So if this is trouble for Jacob, then this shit got to happen wherever Jake is at. Okay? So Jake gonna feel that hell, okay, which is awesomely an ass whooping or punishment for the whole nation of Israel. Because us brothers who labor in his word, we gonna catch hell too. You know? It's just the difference is the Lord gonna give us mercy. You know, the Lord gonna bear with us and protect us in that day. Okay? It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Letting you know that this time of trouble is going to be chaotic. It's going to be worse than any, Salakia. It's going to be worse than any time period you can even think of. It's going to be worse than hardcore slavery. Okay, it's going to be worse than them slave ships. The shit we had to endure on them slave ships. It's going to be worse than that. Okay? And there was hella diseases being spread. You had hella diseases being spread, man. And there was hella dead bodies laying everywhere on them ships. Feces everywhere, you know. Period blood dripping everywhere. Fucking parasites, different insects, bugs, rats, creatures on the ship. You got fucking rats as big as your hand chewing on your skin. You know? So imagine imagine that on a slave ship, but that's about to be 10 times worse. Think about how brutal the punishments was this so-called white man put on us in hardcore slavery. Okay? Think about the buck breaking. Think about the lynching. You know, think about the hardcore work and working from sun up to sundown. You know, think about all the shit we have to endure through slavery. Slacking for my rambling, but this is about to be worse than that. It's about to be worse than 70 AD, the besiege of Jerusalem. Okay, it's about to be the worst period of time ever. You know, that's how terrible, devastating, and dreadful this day is going to be. It says, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found in the book of life. And that is also a prophecy too. The elect being delivered out that great tribulation, being delivered out of famine, being delivered out of the persecution, being delivered out of FEMA camps, being delivered from the hand of Esau, and ultimately being delivered from that ICMB destruction, those nuclear missiles, okay? Being delivered from that judgment. These are all prophecies, man. The deliverance of the 144,000 men in that multitude, their families, that's prophecy, and that's going to happen, you know, because those are the names that's written in the book of life, the 144,000. All right. No, I'm going to jump around in this chapter a little bit. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Okay? So the Lord put these words in our mouth. First and foremost, he gave us the spirit to even hear the word. And from hearing the word, Salakia, the Lord gave us faith. Okay? From hearing the word, the Lord gave us faith. And we started to become laborers of the word. We put our hand to the plow. Okay? By way of uploading videos and preaching. By way of going out highways and byways and preaching. All right? And that's the Lord putting those words of prophecy in our mouth. Okay? And the Lord had great men, our forefathers, from Abraham, Isaac to Jacob, all the way to the 12 apostles, all the way, till now. Right? Well, not now, but all the way to the book, all the way till John the Revelator. All the way from all the way up to the beginning to John the Revelator. In the book of Revelations, the Lord had great men, prophets, write books, man. Write down these miracles that the Lord did. Write down these different testimonies. Write down these different prophecies and visions. Okay? Visions that the Lord gave our forefathers. And that's that verse 2 when it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And that's the scriptures we read today. The scriptures we bring out today. The prophecies we bring out today. Because they are faithful and true. We see all of these things coming to pass. The prophecy is literally jumping off the book and coming into reality. Now I'm going to jump down to verse 5. I'm going to jump down to verse 5. 2nd Esdras 15 and 5. Okay? Because these are the prophets. This is everything that's going to take place that's going to make Jacob's trouble devastating, dreadful, and terrible. 2nd Esdras 15 verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. It didn't say America. It didn't say the land of the north. All right. It didn't say just the land of the Assyrians or that second leg of Rome. It said the world, man. So this is something that's going to happen globally. Not just here in America. Behold, the Lord, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Okay? And a plague could consist of anything as far as curses, anything as far as the crops of the field not giving its fruit, anything as far as the rivers, oceans drying up, anything as far as global climate change. Hey, Esau Edom is a plague his damn self. That whole nation, him being in rulership, that's a plague, you know. And that's not to mention fucking different pesticides and parasites that the Lord's saying here that causes what? Diseases. And I say this nigga Esau Edom, he's a parasite because he creates these man-made diseases, man. Okay? And then he tries to come out with a what? A treatment, or he comes out with that thing that tries to help combat that man-made disease. But guess what? That thing is just as worse as that disease, man. Okay? But that's all the Lord bringing plagues into the world. Okay? And those plagues are going to wax exceedingly worse. It says the sword, and guess what? Esau Edom has the blessing of the sword. So that great sword is going to come by way of Esau Edom, by way of the war he creates. Okay? Esau, he's going to create a war within the civilians of the city, worldwide. He's going to create a war, an insurrection, an uprising against the people, the civilians of the city, and the prophets, by way of what? Blackballing, by way of, false advertising, false media, by way of his witchcraft, putting us on the spot and deceiving the masses. Not only that, but he's going to issue out martial law to the point where, well, I'm going to get into all that. He's going to issue out martial law. Salakia. He's going to issue out martial law, okay? And then he's going to have troops out here. He's going to have mechanical, robotic forces out here. Putting niggas down, man, in the streets. Coming in, kicking niggas' doors down, destroying families, killing families, taking shit, throwing shit, wasting goods. This is the reality of the scriptures, man. The scriptures is filled with lamentation, mourning, and woe, which woe is death and destruction. Okay? It says famine, because you're going to have a famine of the word, which is one of the first prophecies that's going to pop off. Look up net neutrality, This man already starting to put age restrictions on videos, taking brothers' videos down, taking brothers' pages down. He already got laws written and legislation basically banning any religious content whatsoever. Anything related to the Bible, anything related to any religion is being banned, man, and it's being prohibited in society. So you're going to have a famine of the word, then you're going to have a famine of food and water. And where people can't eat and drink anymore, it's going to be a famine of natural resources. Where people can't change go out and buy shit no more. You can't just go out and just buy shit. What you can't just do that, man. Okay? Which that's going to lead to what? RFID chip, which is another major prophecy. Okay? That mark of the beast is the RFID chip. But continuing on, it says death and destruction. And that's what the Lord coming back with. The Lord, Yahweh Shai, is coming back with a sword to bring death and destruction. Okay? The scriptures say, behold, I come not to send peace, but a sword. Yahweh Shai words himself. All right? He was already on earth when he said that. So that's how you know he was talking about his second arrival. Yahweh Shai, when he first came on the scene, he wasn't going around slicing niggas up, putting them to death. Even though he could have, but he wasn't doing that. He had a certain quota to meet. He had a certain mission to do before he got in war mode, you know? So Yahweh Shai was talking about his second coming. When he comes back on earth the second time, guess what? He's going to come back with a sword to bring what? Death and destruction. Okay? And this is the reason why. Verse 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay, you got 2/3 of our people, which really make up the majority of the whole earth. All right, the whole nation of Israel makes up the population of the whole, damn near the population of the whole earth. You know, the scriptures talk about how we're numbered as the sand of the sea and the stars in the sky, roughly paraphrasing. Okay. 2/3 is the majority of the nation of Israel, and they have to be put to death. Okay? They have to be put to death. Okay? So with that being said, think about how many people about to die. Then on top of that, you're going to have just random heathen strangers, Gentiles dying. You know, you're going to have men of the Lord being martyrs. Some of the men of the Lord, they're going to have to be put to death for the Lord's name's sake. But that's not, that's an honorable death. You know, that's not going to be a hurtful, excruciating death for the elect. But that's another topic for another video. Okay, right now we're talking about prophecy, which that is prophecy too. You know, the elect being persecuted and being a martyr. That's prophecy. Okay. I'm going to read verse 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Because you got this man Esau, Edom, okay, which is wicked from the womb, wicked from the beginning, a murderer and a killer and a thief from the beginning, a deceiver from the beginning, a fucking devil from the beginning. This man Esau, Edom, he's ruling the earth right now, man. He's ruling the earth with kick feet up, destroying everything. Destroying everything with his philosophies. Destroying everything with these different marketing deals, man. He's destroying everything that he could put his hands on. Destroying everything he lay his eyes on. Destroy the whole nation of Israelites, man. So he's the reason for the exceeding pollution and the wickedness that have polluted the whole earth. Esau, Edom is the main fucking reason why 2/3 of our people don't know who Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is. Don't know who they are. Okay? And that's wickedness. That's why the Lord's sending all these plagues. But guess what, man? As long as we keep pushing, enduring to the end, we're going to be saved from all this shit. I'm going to close out with this one. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And we just read, man, all the things that Jacob's trouble consists of. The times, okay? It's going to be great tribulation. It's going to be great mourning. It's going to be great death. Destruction, plagues, famines, okay? But guess what? He shall be saved out of it. Who is that he talking about? He's talking about the elect of Israel, you know, that 144,000 and the multitude, their families. So what we have to do is endure to the end, okay? We have to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua hold fast to your faith, okay? And continue to dwell within his word. Continue to study, read, and pray, and fast. So with that being said, Lord willing, this was edifying, okay, through the spirit power Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the exhortation as well. That being said, shalom, on to the next.